Hello, my name is Carleton Crispin. I'm not a huge fan of talking about myself, but I will in this occasion. I've been working with Stanley for probably since I was 14 or 15. I'm about 20 now, 20 and three quarters. Okay, but yeah, I started by always being interested in technology. I think I was maybe three or so, and I didn't watch much television when I was younger. But I saw some movie that had computers in it, and after that, I was basically hooked. Um, and I took apart everything I could get my hands on. I think I went through about maybe 11 VCRs or something like that, and my parents always had to keep buying more, and they don't really know what happened to them, but that's what happened. Sorry, mom and dad. Um, but for at one point, I was in school, and we had to do a number of projects involving videos, and I didn't really know very much about it at the time, so I just used like the school's pretty poor quality camera, or I think at one point I might have used my phone or something like that. But that was my first time I dipped my toes in this kind of world. But eventually, after that, I started being homeschooled, and I went to my parents, and I had to a certain extent, although I was a little kid, been friends with Stanley for years and years. I think he actually knew me when I was like a baby or something like that. But obviously I was a baby, so I don't really remember it. But anyway, yeah. So he'd invited them to let me go to his radio show, and I didn't know exactly what I was going to be doing that day, but I it ended up being that I was on the radio for the first time, and it was the first time at a radio station. So that kind of surprised me, and I was very impressed. But um, I forget if I was the guest or not, or if I was just part of the production of it. But I was kind of hooked from there. I think I've been going basically ever since, and it's been it really expanded my mind because I had all this desire to learn about these type of things, but I didn't really have a purpose for it. So now I have all this amazing stuff happening. Since then, I've worked with everything from scanning pictures in and for video to working with national companies, institutions, to we're working on this TV show. All I can say is if you can get your child, or if you're a young person, you can get around Stanley and the crew around him, then you should definitely go forth with it, because I think every single one of this group encourages you to do absolutely your best. And I don't know exactly where I'd be without them, but I definitely think it was very much a positive experience, and I'm doing pretty well at the moment. I'm very happy with where I am. I've gotten to over the years do greater and greater things. Now we have a TV show, Unsung Heroes, with Christina, which you saw earlier, hopefully. If not, go check that out. So I film a lot of that and edit that and produce that. I get a chance every year to film the Woodbury Fall Parade, and I've been editing stuff for their YouTube channel. Sometimes I use the television station's footage. Lately, I've been using my own footage. I built up a bit of a collection of technology, so now I have a camera that's just as good, if not maybe a little better than the TV stations. I had the opportunity to work with the National Society for Constitutional Studies and help revamp some of their old seminars and bring it really into the modern age and really kind of polish it up a bit. I had a really good time with that because I've always been a bit of a history fan, so that was a lot of fun. Through the American Dream radio show, I actually met so many people. One of them was an international speaker, although he wasn't at the time. And I got together with him one day and just talked it out. And I helped him. I'm not exactly sure where he started out at that point, but we got to the point where we were doing weekly motivational videos. He would come by my house. We'd go out, find a great spot. He'd do a video, and I'd spend maybe a day or so editing it, and it would be up maybe the next day. And that went on for probably 2 years or so. Now he's in California doing even greater things. and we're still working together. We're probably going to be doing some more stuff soon. So the point I'm trying to make is that if you have a child, you got to get him around Stanley, okay? Because I mean, I had a lot of drive when I was younger. I still do, but you have to have a focus, and I'd be hard pressed to find a person who can focus a child better than Stanley and get them to just go forth, open their mind, just expand their visions, and just absolutely go 100% out there. Through Stanley, I probably met 100 people who were absolutely amazing, and maybe 50 of them I've gone on to do some sort of project with. And I'm not alone. I'm probably one of thousands and thousands of young people he's helped. So if you have the opportunity to do anything with Stanley and with the people around him, I'd say absolutely go for it, because, I mean, your kid is not going to lose. If you're a young person, you're not going to lose.